DOA's insane downfall, K-Flock's case, Snitches, Rico, and the end of Bronx drills. In the sprawling borough of the Bronx, New York, a cultural storm was brewing. It wasn't just music. It was a movement, a raw, gritty, and violent form of expression that captivated youth across the city and beyond. This was Bronx drill, a pulsating, aggressive genre born from the streets, the struggles, and the stories of its people. And at the center of this seismic wave stood one man, K-Flock. Kevin Perez, better known as K-Flock, was not just a rapper. He was the voice of a generation hungry for authenticity. But as his star rose, so too did the shadows behind the music. Shadows of gang violence, law enforcement scrutiny, and legal battles that would shatter the Bronx drill scene as we knew it. The rise of K-Flock and the Bronx drill explosion. To understand K-Flock's rise, we must first understand Bronx drill. Unlike the Chicago drill movement that inspired it, Bronx drill carried a uniquely New York flavor. Fast-paced, punchy beats combined with vivid storytelling of survival, loyalty, and street conflict. It was more than music. It was a lifeline. Born and raised in the Belmont section of the Bronx, K-Flock's path was intertwined with his community and its challenges. His lyrics were unapologetically raw, reflecting the life he and his friends lived. Songs like DOA, which stands for Death or Alive, became anthems of the streets, garnering millions of streams and propelling him into stardom. K-Flock was authentic. You felt every word. It wasn't just entertainment. It was real life. That's why he blew up so fast. The Bronx embraced him because he spoke their truth. His meteoric rise was fueled by a digital era hungry for unfiltered voices, where social media amplified every lyric and every battle cry. With each release, his fan base grew exponentially, spanning not just the Bronx, but reaching global audiences eager for the gritty, unvarnished reality of his world. In a city known for producing hip-hop legends, K-Flock carved out his own space, inspiring a new generation of artists. The dark side, violence, rivalries, and real-life consequences. But with the spotlight came scrutiny. Drill music's unflinching depiction of gang life blurred the lines between art and reality. Rivalries between crews escalated into violence, with some incidents tragically ending in death. On December 16, 2021, the Bronx drill scene was rocked by a deadly incident. K-Flock was implicated in the shooting death of 24-year-old Oscar Hernandez outside a Harlem barbershop. This wasn't just another headline, it was a turning point. Authorities arrested K-Flock and charged him with first-degree murder, alleging the shooting was tied to gang activity connected to the Sevside Gang, also known as DOA, an acronym that would soon carry much heavier weight. The incident forced the drill community and the wider public to confront the harsh reality that the violent content in the music wasn't just lyrical bravado, but reflected real ongoing conflicts. It raised urgent questions about the role of music in perpetuating cycles of violence and the responsibility of artists and labels. Moreover, the arrest marked the beginning of a crackdown by law enforcement on Bronx drill, signaling that the era of unchecked expression might be coming to a close. The legal web tightens, Rico charges, and snitch allegations. The case escalated quickly. In February 2023, K-Flock, alongside several others, was hit with a sweeping indictment under the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. The infamous Rico law, designed to dismantle organized crime. This federal charge didn't just accuse K-Flock of an isolated crime. It alleged that the Sevside Gang was operating a criminal enterprise, involved in multiple violent acts including shootings, drug trafficking, and even murder conspiracies. The Rico indictment accused K-Flock of using his music and public platform to promote gang activity, blurring the lines between artist and criminal. It was a powerful move by prosecutors, designed to send a message that no one was above the law. But the case was complicated by allegations of informants and snitches within the scene. Former associates reportedly cooperated with law enforcement, providing key testimony against K-Flock and his crew. This fractured the Bronx drill community, breeding distrust and fear. The trial in a city on edge. Throughout 2024, K-Flock's trial captivated New York City. Prosecutors painted a portrait of a man deeply entrenched in gang violence, using music as a weapon to intimidate rivals and glorify crime. His defense attorneys argued that K-Flock was a product of his environment, a young artist expressing the harsh realities of his upbringing. They contended that his music was art, not a manifesto for violence. The trial split public opinion. Supporters saw K-Flock as a talented artist caught in a flawed system. Critics viewed him as a symbol of the dangers drill music posed to urban communities. In March 2025, after weeks of testimony and deliberation, the jury delivered a complex verdict. K-Flock was found guilty on racketeering conspiracy, attempted murder, and assault charges, but acquitted on the murder charge itself. While the acquittal on the murder charge brought some relief, the other convictions carried heavy sentences, marking the beginning of a harsh chapter for K-Flock in the Bronx drill movement. The fallout, the end of an era. K-Flock's downfall sent shockwaves through the Bronx drill community. Once a booming genre celebrated for its raw honesty, drill now faced existential questions. Was it a voice for the voiceless or a catalyst for violence? Could it survive the weight of its own controversy? K-Flock was the heartbeat of Bronx drill. Now, the scene feels muted, like something vital has been lost. Everyone's scared, watching their backs. We have to remember these young men are kids caught in cycles of poverty and violence. The music reflects their reality, but it can also trap them in it. Snitches, street code, and the culture of fear. The legal case revealed an undercurrent of betrayal within the Bronx drill scene. Allegations of snitches cooperating with law enforcement fractured friendships and created a climate of paranoia. No one talks anymore. Everyone's watching their back. You don't know who's loyal and who's got a wire. It's killing the culture. The age-old street code, no snitching, clashed with the harsh realities of the justice system. This tension left many young artists isolated, fearful, and questioning the cost of fame. The music industry's reckoning. The music industry was forced to reckon with the fallout. Labels that once courted Bronx drill talent faced increased pressure to address violence and criminal ties. There's undeniable talent in drill, but there's also real risk. We have to find ways to support these artists without enabling destructive behavior. In response, some organizations began investing in alternatives, mentoring programs, safe spaces, and resources aimed at steering youth away from violence and toward creative outlets. What comes next for Bronx drill? K-Flock's story is not just about a single artist or a tragic case. It's a mirror reflecting the complex intersection of art, poverty, violence, and justice. Bronx drill is at a crossroads. Will it evolve into a positive force for change, or will it be forever marked by controversy and tragedy? For many, the music lives on, a powerful voice for those who feel unheard, but the path ahead is uncertain. As the sun sets over the Bronx skyline, one thing remains clear. The story of K-Flock and Bronx drill is far from over. For the latest updates on K-Flock's legal case and the Bronx drill scene, stay tuned to trusted news sources. This story is still unfolding. Thanks for watching. If you found this video on K-Flock's rise and downfall insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think lies ahead for Bronx drill? Stay tuned for more real stories from the heart of the streets. Peace out.